1. Why monk mode and sobriety is the ultimate New Year's Eve resolution. New Year's Eve is traditionally associated with excess, late nights, alcohol, and the promise that tomorrow will change. Choosing monk mode and sobriety as a New Year's Eve resolution flips that script entirely. Instead of numbing yourself at the exact moment a new year begins, you step into it with clarity, intention, and self-respect. Monk mode is about removing distractions and focusing on a few non-negotiable disciplines: health, purpose, and self-mastery. Sobriety supports this perfectly because alcohol undermines every one of those goals. It disrupts sleep, clouds judgment, weakens consistency, and delays progress. Starting the year sober sends a powerful signal to yourself: you are no longer negotiating with habits that hold you back. While others wake up on January 1st foggy, tired, and full of regret, you wake up aligned with your values. This contrast creates momentum. Monk mode paired with sobriety isn't about punishment or restriction, it's about choosing long-term strength over short-term pleasure. By making this decision on New Year's Eve, you transform the moment from a countdown to a commitment. You don't just hope the year will be different, you decide that it will be. 2. Sobriety is the foundation of mental clarity and discipline. Sobriety is not simply the absence of alcohol, it is the presence of clarity. Alcohol dulls awareness and trains the brain to escape discomfort rather than confront it. Monk mode requires the opposite mindset. It demands presence, honesty, and the ability to sit with discomfort long enough to grow from it. When you remove alcohol, you remove a major source of emotional avoidance. Feelings that were once suppressed, stress, boredom, anxiety, surface. While uncomfortable at first, this is where discipline is built. In monk mode, sobriety becomes a stabilizing force. Sleep improves, energy becomes predictable, and emotional reactions soften. These changes compound daily. Clear mornings replace regret. Consistent routines replace chaos. Over time, discipline stops feeling forced and starts feeling natural. Sobriety strengthens your ability to keep promises to yourself, which is the core of monk mode. Each sober day reinforces the identity of someone who follows through. This identity shift is far more powerful than motivation. By anchoring your New Year's resolution in sobriety, you give monk mode the mental clarity it needs to succeed. Without sobriety, discipline is fragile. With it, discipline becomes durable. 3. Monk mode rules that support a sober new year. A successful monk mode and sobriety resolution depends on clear, simple rules. Ambiguity creates loopholes, and loopholes destroy discipline. The foundation rule is zero alcohol, no exceptions, no special occasions. This removes decision fatigue and eliminates bargaining. The next rule is daily movement. Whether it's lifting, walking, stretching, or bodyweight training, movement stabilizes mood and reduces cravings. Physical effort becomes a healthy outlet for stress that alcohol once masked. Another key rule is intentional silence or reflection each day. This could be journaling, meditation, or a quiet walk. Sobriety brings thoughts to the surface. Monk mode teaches you to process them instead of running from them. Creation is another non-negotiable. Writing, recording videos, planning, or learning builds momentum and purpose. Finally, sleep discipline is critical. Alcohol disrupts sleep cycles, and monk mode requires deep recovery. Going to bed earlier protects the nervous system and strengthens willpower. These rules are not meant to make life smaller, they make it sharper. Together, they create structure that supports sobriety and allows monk mode to thrive throughout the year. 4. The identity shift that happens when you start on New Year's Eve. Starting monk mode and sobriety on New Year's Eve creates a powerful psychological advantage. Instead of seeing yourself as someone trying to change, you begin the year as someone who already has. This subtle shift changes behavior. You stop asking, "Should I?" and start saying, "I don't do that anymore." Identity-based change is far more sustainable than goal-based change. Monk mode reinforces this by focusing on who you are becoming, not just what you are avoiding. Sobriety accelerates this identity shift. Each social situation navigated without alcohol builds confidence. Each craving resisted strengthens self-trust. Over weeks and months, you internalize a new self-image: disciplined, reliable, and self-directed. This identity carries over into other areas: fitness, finances, work, and relationships. People notice the difference, but more importantly, you feel it. The new year becomes a turning point rather than another reset. By choosing monk mode and sobriety from the very first night, you anchor your identity in action, not intention. This is how resolutions stop being temporary and start becoming permanent. 5. Turning a resolution into a year of transformation. Most New Year's resolutions fail because they are vague and private. Monk mode and sobriety succeed when they are specific and lived daily. The goal is not perfection but consistency. There will be difficult days, stressful moments, social pressure, emotional lows, but monk mode teaches you to respond with structure instead of impulse. Sobriety ensures those responses are clear-headed rather than reactive. Together, they create a feedback loop. Discipline builds confidence. Confidence reinforces discipline. To sustain this resolution, focus on daily execution rather than the full year ahead. One sober day, one disciplined day, repeated enough times, these days become a transformed life. Reflect weekly on what's improving: sleep, mood, focus, physical health, self-respect. These tangible wins make the resolution rewarding, not restrictive. By the end of the year, monk mode and sobriety no longer feel like a challenge, they feel like your default setting. Choosing this path on New Year's Eve is a declaration. You are done outsourcing your future to habits that don't serve you. You are stepping into the year awake, disciplined, and in control, and that changes everything.